Welcome everyone. Today we are going to learn how to do some basic knots in macrame. So macrame is something we are going to work on for a couple of weeks, and today I just want to show you two knots. So the first thing you need is something to put your stick on. Remember I asked you to get a nice stick about as long as your forearm. So I'm going to place these are just tissue boxes. I'll place them over here. Then you need a stick. So this needs to fit on your tissue boxes. Put it over there, right? And then, because I love stationery so much, I have lots of pencil cases, pencil bags, where I put all my pencils in so they're a little bit heavy. Here's another one. And they will be holding my stick for me. Right. So now this is quite alright. Okay. Then what you will need is some string or some rope or some wool. It's up to you. Here I have some string. Some of you might recognize it. And I have two pieces. And they are as long as my two arms, from my one fingertip to my other fingertip. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the ends together and then go all the way to find the middle. And here we have the middle. And then you are going to put this underneath the stick like this, so it makes a little loop, and you're going to stick the rest of the rope through there, right? So both pieces are coming through here. There we go. And then you are going to just pull it tight so it looks like that. Okay, there we have the one. And you're going to do exactly the same with the other one. Start by finding the point and the other end. Here we go. Put them together and you find your middle. There it is. And again you go underneath and you stick the rest of it straight through, just like that. And again you pull it tight. Right. Now, because I have my pencil cases on and it's on a box, I can work in here fairly easily. Right. So the first knot I'm going to show you is called a square knot, right? And some of you may know it. I remember that Henry made us some bracelets at school and he used this square knot, so you've definitely seen it. So I'm just going to make them nice and straight. Right, the two middle pieces you are not going to use. So to help you, I'm just going to make a little purple line. You obviously don't have to do this. It's just so that you can see these two stay completely still. They are not part of the knots, right? And you will be using the outsides. So the first thing you do, they're nice together. You're going to take the left hand side and you are going to make the number 4. Do you see that's a 4? Like that. And this 4 goes underneath the right part. So right must go over. Okay? Once it's gone over this little tail piece, it must go under, around, and through the loop of the number 4. So we pull it through the loop, just like that, and it makes a little X, if you can see that, and then you are just going to push it up a little bit, and pull it, and push it, and pull it. Right, obviously this is much easier the more stable, your box setup with your pencil bags is, the more set up your the more stable your setup is, there we go, the easier this will be to pull and straighten and so forth. Right, the next thing you're going to do is that same thing but backwards. So this comes from the back, so we are going to make another 4 like this, but it's backwards, right? Do you see it? Backwards 4. And again, the other side where the 4 is not, right? On the other side, this one will go over. Okay, so it goes over the tail and underneath and through the loop of the number 4. There we go. And again, there's your little X, and you pull it tight. And that will be your first square. So we're going to do it again. So this one comes from the back. If you can see that, it's behind this piece. This piece is on top, right? So we want to start from the back. We do the number 4. Do you see the number 4? And the other side goes over the tail of the number 4, underneath it, and into the loop of the 4. And we pull it tight and we push it up. Here we go. And once again, we take the one that comes from the back, right? And we make a backwards 4. This one has to go over the tail of the 4, underneath and through the 4. And this continues until you're all the way to the bottom. Right, and there I made mine all the way till the end of this rope. And as you can see, I still have some of this left, but don't worry about that. You can also, at the very beginning, make the sides longer if you want later on, once you've gotten the hang of this little knot. Right, the next knot that I'm going to show you is called a spiral. And it's very easy, you already know how to do it. Just see. Right, so for the spiral, we are going to start off exactly the same as we started off for the square. You are going to make a 4, once again, a 4, and the other side goes over the tail of the 4, underneath and into the loop of the 4. Remember, the two middle parts stick together. Right, so we know this step already. You can do that. What you're going to do next is you are not going to take the other side to make a 4. You are going to use the same side as you used first. So I used the left side at first. I'm going to use it again to make my 4. The right side goes over the tail, underneath and into the loop of the 4, right? Just as we did earlier. And then we do it again. Same side. Again, I use the left side. And the right side goes over the tail, underneath and into the loop of the 4. I can already see it starting to spiral. And again, I use my left side to make the 4. My right side goes over the tail, under and into the 4. And again. So, the more you do this, the more it will spiral. Obviously, if you wanted to spiral in the other direction, you will only use the right side to start the loop of the 4. And this will continue all the way until the end. And there you have it, my spiral. I quite like it. And this you can do a lot longer depending on how long your string is. Right, so now what you can do is you can combine these two knots. You can do a little bit of square and then a little bit of twirl, swirl, twist, spiral. There we go. A little bit of spiral, a little bit of square, a little bit of spiral, and that should make for a very interesting twist. And you can use this for many different things. We will make many different things as soon as we have learned a couple of knots. Right. Let me know if you need any help or if you have succeeded. Show me a picture, send me a picture. I would love to see what you make. Thank you.